Happy Onyx Storm Day. I am about to get ready to head down to Whitcool so that I can get myself a physical copy of the paperback. Obviously, I pre-ordered the special edition to go with my collection, and I actually already have got it on my Kindle. I'm already up to chapter 4, and I'm really enjoying it so far. But I am off to go pick up my mother-in-law so that we can get ourselves a physical paperback copy, because you've got to have the physical one, even though I'm going to be reading on my Kindle, because I can imagine, like this morning I was reading at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Yep, my daughter woke me up, and so I picked up my Kindle and I checked it and it was on, like it was already downloaded. So I was like, well, it would be rude not to. So I decided to start reading. Do I regret that decision a little? Not in the slightest. So we're just gonna get ready, do a little bit of makeup, and then I'm gonna go down to Whitcoulls. I'm so excited. I did a reread and I got the timing perfect. It was my first time rereading both the books. I've never reread a fantasy series before. I don't know about anyone else. And it was really good. I reread it by listening to the graphic audio, which I know isn't everyone's favorite, but I loved it. The graphic audio was so good. And I feel like I picked up on things that I didn't the first time round. However, I will say that I don't think the graphic audio would be good to listen to if you've not physically read the books first. It's definitely a series that I would physically read and then listen to when you know a bit more about like what's going on. But yeah, I really enjoyed the audio. It's the first time I've listened to a full cast, I think. I can't think of any other book where I might have. Maybe Daisy Jones, not Daisy Jones and the Six. What's the other Taylor Jenkins Reid one? The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I listened to that full cast, but that's the only other one I can think of. So anyway, it was very good. It was like listening to a movie. I've never listened to an audiobook like that before. I've listened to podcasts like that before. Back when podcasts kind of first came out, I was really into this podcast called Tennis, and it kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, really good to reread it a second time. Like I said, picked up on, this looks crazy right now, just trust the process. I picked up on things I didn't pick up on the first time. Gonna be sweaty, so I gotta set myself. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's so weird that adults are this excited about a book and rah-de-rah-de-rah. Guys, as an adult, there are not a lot of things that give you that same kind of excitement that you had as a kid on like Christmas Eve or anything like that. So if there is something that gets you excited and happy and wanting to get all the different versions of a story that you can, like, go with it, enjoy it, because why not? Life is for living and for having things that you enjoy. So that's my little TED talk for the day. If you don't understand the hype, that's cool. Leave the people alone who do. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Random things I'm wanting to happen in this book that I feel like aren't spoilers, but maybe they are. So take these with caution. They're just more romantic things, or one thing that I really, really want. I want just Senior and Sawyer to get together, obviously. I love the amputee. Like, I've read a couple of books where the male had his leg amputated, and I love that subtrope. It's such a random subtrope to like, but I like it. The other couple pairing that I would really like in this book is Imogen and Garrick, because she has been crushing on him since the first book, and he's just messing around, you know. I would love for them to get together in this book, but we'll see. I think we are ready. I need to get some, just a random cute ring on that finger. My wedding rings, my watch. I'm a fan of the old-fashioned analog watch, and some hoops. Okay, I'm ready to go get my physical copy of Onyx Storm. I wish I could sit and read this all day, but it's the school holidays, so I still have one of my children home. And if you're a parent, you know. Anyway, okay, let's go. Okay, we are getting ready now to head off. I'm just like locking up the house because that's an important job. We are heading now to go drop off one of my children and go pick up my mother-in-law so that we can go to Whitcoulls and grab this book. Now, I do remember going to Whitcoulls for the Iron Flame release, and it was very underwhelming, so we'll see what it's like. But I'm excited. But I've got my threshing candle from Whisper and Wax. I got a brown dragon, and I'm gonna pop it under my candle warming light. Turn this on. Oh, helps if you switch it on at the wall. Let's turn it on. Set the mood so that I can read my book. This is really cool. I got this for Christmas, and like, I often forget that I like candles, and it's a bit of a hazard. So my brother and sister-in-law got me this candle warmer, and it's so great. It heats it up, and it heats it evenly too. Like, you can see it's already starting to melt. My hair dried so curly today. I feel like it hasn't been this curly in so long. It's so big. Like, look at that. It's crazy. Anyway, I took a book sleeve so that I would not damage it. And I got my copy of Onyx Storm. I'm so excited. So now that the mood is set with my candle, I have my physical book. I've got it on my Kindle too. I'm gonna get to reading this. I think I mentioned earlier, I'm already up to chapter 4. And I'm just gonna disappear from online for a little bit while I enjoy myself reading this fantastic series.